Oh no, I didn't set the resolution. Damn it. Second. Alrighty, how is everybody doing? It's been a bit. I've been crazy busy renovating the house. Stream anniversary is coming up soon. Another. Where's the microphone? Microphone? Oh, it is there. It's on the bottom. Okay, good. And I think the volume is down. Oh yeah, actually I killed my monitoring, I remember. 1 second. As it was being laggy. Alright. Cool. So today we're going to be getting ready for this weekend's build and what I have planned to be finished by that period of time. I did so much work cleaning up the truck stop this week. All the modules have been like re-imported. A lot of stuff I've gone into Blender and like redid some of the LODs, got rid of some of the Unity stuff. Majority of all of the areas, you know, in here have been like cleaned up and optimized. And there's a few placeholder things, but a lot of this stuff is starting to work, coming together. Yeah, so that's going to be the goal, is pretty much cleaning up stuff still. I gotta figure out why. This doesn't, oh, it aligns to the bottom. Yeah, get rid of all this sheen and stuff too. Fix the nav mesh. Okay, so just a few of those are not working as well. But yeah, that's gonna be the stream. I'm gonna go grab a coffee just a bit. Kind of late getting going, and I'll spend the next 4 hours cleaning up code. And yeah, like that one works on the inside. But this one right here, I think, is still the model and the main asset. I can trigger the outside one from over here. This one seems to work fine. Oh, that's so weird. They're literally the same. Oh, unless I copied them. Let's make sure that works. I think when I duplicated those, it kept the same area trigger references. No. Still not triggering. Why? Well, that's fine. The game manager is not set up. Yeah, the outside one works. Just gonna clip in and walk in backwards. Oh yeah, it's so random. And I don't think it's the trigger. Yeah, one outside, inside. Mm. Yeah, that seems fine. This shape is for. Yep. That's a collider of each airlock. Door open. Door open. Hey, Candy Dev! I'm doing good. Tired. I've been renovating my house this whole week, and it's been a lot of work. A lot of work. Understatement, really. I'll show you what I'm working on, though. Other than the cleanup of the, main project, which is coming along pretty good. But I have item port serialization working now. And at least saving to a resource, it's like the first process required to getting it saving to the API. The data for the item ports are just as GUIDs, for each. So I'll show you what I can do here. Maybe we won't run two versions of the game. But if I go to the trade terminal here, I have 3 ships. Each one of these has a different configuration. So this one has laser repeaters and a mining laser. I'm going to store it. Alright, Bravo has just tri-lasers and is red. And then the final, one that I bought and I'm playing around with is this one. And this one has nothing but mining lasers. So this will be my mining chip. Now for customization, anything that triggers our arm, which doesn't physically exist, we can customize. So if I come over here, you look over at the ship, right? I can change any of the shader properties, right? And I can store the ship, and it'll store, those values. Right, so this is the mining lasers. I want to get mining going, soon. But I'm not allowed to do mining until until I can spawn my own ship and use my own ship. So until the system works for me, I'm not allowed to test it. Hey, James, how's it going? Okay, so that's the progress. James, I do not like home renovations. I don't like going through, you know, 1.5 thousand kilograms of vinyl. I still gotta do the floors. Walls are pretty much almost done now. So let's check it out. Now we have, I have stored chips. I can spawn them in. So each one has different item port configurations. So this one I've attached, you know, a mining laser to one side. And I've attached the fire laser to the other. Every time I reattach them, now we serialize the data and we write it. So this should stay now changed. So we can spawn in the second version. This is the one with just lasers, regular lasers. And I'll grab the final version that I bought. Oh, I've spawned them both, which we totally can do. Let me store that one. And I think, yeah, this one is all mining lasers. This is the one I was playing with. And something, when I'm spawning and despawning, breaks my seat interaction. But I'll have to fix that. I'm not sure what it is, though. Oh, yeah, it's just temporarily broken. Nice. Yeah, so my goal is to get like the mining sim actually working. But I need to get the item ports fully, fully working, serializing. I'm gonna do the same thing for habitation, so I'll get both of those working sometime. Hopefully by the weekend. That's the goal for this weekend's patch, is to have this saving and loading ships. I want to start the player off with no credit, no ships, and just let them go buy a transport ship, spawn it in, customize it, rename it, and put on all the components, and then just store it, right? And then we're golden. So then once we've outfitted the ship, it shouldn't need to change. And then I'll get that migrated over to the API, and then from there, yeah, no errors, other than the few errors that I'm getting for other reasons. But yeah, the house renovations, a lot of work. Definitely taking time away from the development this week, but for good reason. I have the internet over there now, so that's good. So everything is waiting for me to finish the floor pretty much. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna go quickly use the washroom, and I'll put the kettle on so I can grab a decaf, and then I will be right back. And we'll keep at it. But I want to. I'm gonna get the item serialization working. I want to move that over to the HABs, and then I want to push all this code into the main build, while still cleaning up more stuff. I should keep the other build open actually, because we're still forever cleaning up things. Hey Review, how's it going? I'm making occlusion. Did you buy a house? We did buy a house, yeah. Yeah, we bought a house a while ago now. We had to wait 3 months for our tenants to leave. Right? And, yeah. So it's been a little bit of a distraction. But we're getting there. But anyway, I will be right back, and then we'll kind of continue most of the early week was cleaning up passes and getting them ready. I'm so close to just being able to um, uh, decorate our hab and everything. I'm going to break it now because I changed a lot of my property names on my resources, which you probably shouldn't do halfway in. But I really wanted the ship component resources, to be have the correct capitalization. I haven't even so this is the old code and on the main project. I went and re-changed all my naming conventions, cleaned everything up, made better setters and getters. Just I've kind of gone through and cleaned a lot of stuff up this week. So I will return. Thank you for the wave, Canny. So I'll be right back.
Do you read me?
We're back with a cup of Joe. Okay, so yeah, so this is kind of where I am with things. Working out. Let me see if I can find some non-doxing images. Yeah, so this is the work that I'm doing right now. Right, all of this was terrible. Floors were so bad. Everything was insane. All this had to be torn up. We have new laminate flooring that's got to go down. It's yeah, it's kind of it's night and day from where it was. Yeah, this was earlier. Right, so painting today, and then drywall or flooring will be the weekend. But I'm still gonna try to get the next build up with all the features that I want to have. So small scope for this next release, but yeah. So the goal is we have the serialization going. I can believe that. Did you paint the roof as well? We haven't. No, the roof's okay for now. Oh, the ceilings that were painted, yeah. And there's like an area coming into the house that's super high. Anyway, but the floors are gonna be the worst because they're so bad. Yeah, there was stuff on the ceiling that I couldn't even like distinguish what the bodily fluid would be. Like, what is this green? What? But yeah, everything was destroyed. All the windows have all the hardware broken. Like the place was like windows left open so that there's like some of the baseboard heaters were like rusted. Yeah, like like I would just not be able to survive otherwise. Like I know if you remember from the stream from like I don't know like almost a year ago, but my rent went from 1875 to like 2200 to 2500. Like it was good. Like I needed roommates pretty much just to survive. And like and those roommates were also like another small family with their own kid and stuff. It was crazy. So the costs right now are insane. Thanks for the follow, Vin, man. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, and thanks for joining the Discord. Yeah, no, it's been it's been rough. Yo, right? So that's what I want to get. I want to get that serialization working, so we can also do this. So let me fix this. Yeah, as I think in my furniture resources, I want to see why they're not spawning. Because I think, yeah, that's totally it. The IDs have changed between the, yeah, so. First of all, how's your day going, Vinman? Yeah, it's actually to reassociate these with our game objects. They're about you. I want to offer you promotion. No, thanks. Mr. Spambot. Well, then you reset for a while, eh? Our interest went down in Sweden finally. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it should be better to budget, at least from Patreon perspective for the game development. Like, I will know how much I need to get by. And there's a certain, there'll be a certain kind of con, like, for that. It's going good. I'm just working on some programming and watch you doing your thing. I've been following your stuff for a long time. Hell yeah. I think I remember you from the old Star Citizen days. Hey, sorry to bother you, but I was wondering how the Zero-G strip club is going. It's come along, Turning Cop. We've been slowed down by real life working our house, which has been interesting. But we have the main character in now, and we have the all the item ports in now, and yeah, I gotcha. So let me show you the. We'll see if the stores actually will behave now. Love what you're doing, and I wanted to watch where it goes. Hell yeah! I had a good day. I'm gonna wind down, watch stream for a bit, have some popcorn. Cool. So let's just see if the store actually works now. Let's bring out the reed sofa. Yep. Bar stool. Oh, resource not found for the spawn. I bet you the resources, let's see. I bet you the shops have been overwritten. Let me check the item shops. Because we changed the furniture shop. Yeah, it's totally Joe's Furniture Shop. They're not. C3C. No, that should be it. I wonder if my economy thing. I feel like, what's that? I feel like interest spiked around a network play after you made the tutorial stuff among Godowers. Yeah, we'll see where things go. Yeah, I'm gonna not worry about this. I want to showcase this actually, but I started changing everything. But ideally, just like before, we can spawn in all of the components, snap them into place, and it all becomes serialized. Right, that's kind of like I want to be able to reconfigure this now manually, so we can go to Joe's Furniture Store, buy the components, bring them down, put them in place, and Let me just switch over this track's way too. But yeah, because I'm refactoring all this, we're going to lose a lot of references when we switch this over anyway. So I'm going to unfortunately not showcase it. Oh wait, hang on, wait. I can show off the latest build should still work. Yeah, check this out. What sort of navigation systems do you have for space travel? Did you extend it somehow? It's pretty much just going to be a system based on, just dynamic navigational points. Ships fly directly, and they just, maneuver around obstacles on their own accord as their own sensors pick up things. So they don't follow any particular predefined route other than directly towards, the kind of the path that they've created for themselves. And then as they see obstacles with their own sensor systems, they navigate around them. There we go. So check it out. I just spawned one of everything here. Correct. Yeah. I run a custom build of Godot. That's all doubles. So I can now. So this is what you'll be able to do as a Patreon member. After this week is over, you've got to go actually buy furniture components, and this existed in Unity, of course, but it's going to be nice that we'll be able to do it in Godot and bring back that promise. Because it is things for players to earn. I'm missing a couch. Oh, what hand? Did I not grab a little couch? Oh, there's one over there. Here, let me buy another little single. Okay, maybe I bought too many of them. I might as well put another one in there too. When in doubt, it should be a spot. Snack point's being weird. Did I put the one back in here? No. Oh, yes, I did. It's not for this chair. But anyway, yeah, so this is what's coming soon. We'll be able to just kind of chill out. And he's alive! Hey, Fictious! Yeah, the house renovations are, they're doing what they're doing. It'd be cool if you could just like sit on a couch that's already like in 0G. But anyway, this is what's in the build. We're customizing the actual head. Anyway, and after tonight, we'll be able to keep the ship actual persistent, which would be nice. Because I have Gatlings as well that I want to try. But refactoring code. Yeah, so that's what'll be. That's the goal, is to get it to a point where we, can just come down here, rent an apartment, spawn inside apartment, decorate things from the furniture store, which is right here. So you can pop in here, buy a bunch of furniture, take with the tractor beam, bring it down, do your thing, decorate it, go up to the panel, save everything, and And then when you pop back in and you go up to the habitation terminal and you like spawn in your room or you unlock it, wink wink, everything will just be there. Oh, this coffee's actually not bad. How bad is the precision of float outside of 2 kilometers? In regular reality, you're probably still fine. Like, I think you're probably gonna start seeing things get wonky after about somewhere between 15 to 30 kilometers. Within 2 kilometers, I think standard precision is still absolutely fine. Because I feel like you could do a warping system, so the game is split up in chunks, like 2 kilometers. To get close to the border, you warp around. Yeah, but how does that work in multiplayer? And with physics? So what if one player warps before the other player, right? Are you replicating all physics raycasts to all adjacent border trunks? Because now you have 9 raycasts happening. Right? And how is their rebasing in a competitive multiplayer fashion going to be implemented? I think if it was a if you have a single player game, like the things that you can do are limitless, really, if you think about it. Yeah, you could just go crazy. Yeah, let's check out players just in camera. Right, there's a lot of edge cases. Well, you had the duplicate borders objects around the borders technically. Yeah, but then you're duplicating them on the server for every single one object, then you're kind of duplicating them. Right, like that's the issue is very complicated. Which is not complicated once you go 64-bit, because then you don't need to worry about it. Not an issue anymore. Yeah, if we're just pulling them out, I don't think. I think these can just be public. Yeah, we're getting them anyway. I'm gonna refactor this too. We can make this public. Hmm. Should snap point be one word or two? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, let me. So making my life so much difficult right now refactoring this, but I want to clean it up. Oh, ship visuals. Hey, Fractal Embassy. We are in the middle of breaking everything right now, which makes showing off anything that I'm doing absolutely terrible. But I will show you what I've been up to with a few. Allow me to show you kind of where I am with things, I guess, artistically, and with progress of things. I'll give you a shout out as well. Oh, I'm breaking everything. Let me show you what I've been working on. So I'm adding serialization to all these item ports so I can save things into the all the components and whatnot that are on the ship. So I've been going through cleaning up more of the art assets to get it back to where it was in Unity Land. So I'm thinking it's actually starting to finally look good. So now the ship, is finally becoming to its final form, we would say, where we can kind of go and buy cargo and sell it and pull off all the components and upgrade it, and the station is slowly getting cleaned up. I added in, it's looking really nice. Hey Charles, right? So you can go and buy furniture now from Joe's Furniture, and spawn it in and decorate your little apartment. Stop copying me. I know. I know. I'll show that off actually, right? And then in the the hangar where we actually do all the work, the arm comes out and hooks onto the ship, and then we can start pulling off and on all the components to to start these upgrades. Right? I have a few different variations of the laser cannons. I'm very close to just being able to get it all together in a playable state, so people can actually enjoy it and bring back some of the promises that I had made on the original Patreon build. So let me show you some of the. Are you gonna release a demo? Every Sunday I release a demo. Every Sunday I push a build. Every Patreon, monolithic. There hasn't been patch notes in the last little bit, but every single Sunday we do a build. I'm this. In some ways, I'm way further ahead than I was on Unity. In other ways, I'm not. Right? It was more playable in Unity, but I'm making better systems in Godot. So it's there's always the $5 Patreon tier gives you access to the builds, and that's how I'm kind of funding the game. And every week I do updates, and that's how everything works. At the $10 tier, you actually get your own little apartment, but that's kind of what I wanted to showcase is here in Unforgiven Space, the last build. If we give it a run here and we go to our item port testing, check this out. So I'm now full body character for once. It's kind of always playable, just kind of very limited. I really want to get the story and spawning of all the ships in, right? What I had working so far is the basic mission, so making money, right? I can accept a mission, which I can then go and pick up, and I can deliver. This is like very core, crappy gameplay loops, but it spawns in a cargo box. We take it, we put it on our ship. We fly over the universe. Yeah, you certainly can. I wouldn't mind giving you a build. There we go, and you deliver it. This is terrible, but this is just kind of right. It despawns, you make credits, right? Like very, very basic. But what I would like here is I want to showcase the this furniture system that used to exist for Patreon. So the idea is if I buy things, so here's a sofa, 2 bar stools, the big sofa, the island bar light, right? So I'm just spawning in all this furniture that we can play with, and so you can take the said furniture, and you get your own little hab that you can actually decorate. And although this doesn't have much gameplay loop, like you have to go around and find stores that sell these things, that have these. Hello, build. If you would be so kind and not be confused as to where you should be placing that. Yeah, let me reconstruct real quick. What the cool version of the hangar would look like. Because you can put these in any item ports, but I'm missing... What am I missing? Oh, the small couch. Hello, small couch. And the bar light. We're just buying a bunch of crap. There we go. Perfect. See, looking, you know, it's looking better, but you can, you know, these are all the same type of components that are in the ship. They're just being reused. I used to have a cloth sim on this, but it's not a thing anymore. Did I have another? Here, let's put this stuff out into the 0G. Just yeet the garbage away. Gotta love physics, man. But yeah, so you know, the areas that you kind of get for your own little room are exactly the same as your ship. So like on your ship, you can take off all the components, you can put them on, it saves, it's all serialized. I can take off the, you know, like I don't have any of these parts working in this main build, other than the like main components, but we can totally, you know, take some cargo, put it on the ship, bring it to, so I'm not gonna do it. Uh-oh. So here in the cargo grid. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me stop the ship real quick here. It's gonna yeet me out, but that's fine. Check this out. Let me jump up and down. Check this out. See? Momentum. I can sit here and just observe the whole universe just rotate around. I've always had problems with learning. I'm very slow. I'm not very smart in general. I can't do math because I lack logical thinking and problem solving. So after 5 years of coding, I'm still barely a junior. It didn't bother me because I told myself, hey, at some point I'll get it. But that time frame was closing. AI is here. It's full throttle, and GPT is better coder than me. Well, I can't solve KYA 8 problems on Code Wars. GPT can solve it, but now what? I think you need to be an implementer, right? Like, I don't ever care about my own coding ability. My coding ability doesn't mean anything to me. All that matters to me is that I implement the solution. And how I implement the solution is the only thing that I care about, right? And if I use ChatGPT to get to that point of implementing the solution, then I think that's a good thing, right? Because especially in game dev, I'm an artist, I'm a composer, I'm a story writer, I'm, you know what I mean? I'm so many damn things. Like, I don't care about coding, and I also don't care about art, but I am an artist, and I am a coder, right? Like, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you need to get it done, and ChatGPT is going to be like a tool to help you get things done. I mean, I sure as hell use it a lot. And, you know, if you can't, like, it's one of those things, like, I think you can learn, I think you know very quickly whether you're going to be a good developer or not by your own projects. Like, if you're the type of person that just wants to textbook read, like if you just textbook learn a programming language, that's going to get you nowhere. You know what I mean? Like it's, you need to have your own projects. You need to create things. You need to solve your own problems. If you're always the type of person who's just making little things and you're like working on little solutions, like automate your life, like find something in your life that's chaotic and make an app for it, right? Like create something, anything at all. Like, I've always been making little AI things or scripts or something in Python to automate my job, or, you know, I'm forever making things. Because if I don't continue to make things, I'm not going to maintain the knowledge because I wasn't making it for any reason, right? Like, back when I was even doing like Visual Basic 5, I was still like pushing the limits of a picture box control to make some stupid Final Fantasy 1 clone. in like we're talking like ActiveX controls, right? You just have to be interested in making things, because I think if you don't, and you learn the language and you have this tool, this language at your disposal, and you're not actually using it for anything, you're never going to maintain it. And it's just going to become a thing that you get rusty with over time, and then even if you do, like, even if you get a job and your job is like, I don't know, software analysis, and you're just writing add-ons to something, well, that's not very creative either. You're just extending some interface, adding some feature, changing the database, like adding to an existing database, implementing client requests. That's still not hard. That's just time-consuming grunt work. That's not necessarily fun or engaging in any way. Your hobbies, like, there's a saying, and I think that actually was one that Pirate Software had said, is that you are only your hobbies, you're not your job. So everything that you enjoy doing with code or with game development or whatever, like, that's who you are, and that's what you enjoy doing, and that's kind of like, what you should be just doing. And if you find that in that role of, wanting to make a game, that I'm not maybe the greatest at development, then like install Blender and give it a go, right? Try writing some lore. There's so much to game dev. Like, you can become an audio engineer and just focus on how things feel at some atmospheric level. What if AI replaces devs? Ubisoft are able to make 200 games per day, which completely buries all. AI can only take the ideas of man and make them a reality. So at some point, like, AI only takes what has already been created and creates a reiteration of it, which means that it can't create anything new. It can randomly create things that can be perceived as new, but it's still just an iteration of something. And then good creative ideas still have to come from a person. Like, it doesn't matter how many automatically generated voxel Minecraft clones it creates. There's going to be some kid or some person who has an inner child that's like, it'd be really cool if I could simulate this kind of mechanic. That ends up being very, very fun and ends up becoming the next game. The only thing is that AI, the great thing is just AI is just going to... AI would make someone like me be able to finish this game at a larger scope than I could never have without it, right? If I can use AI to automatically generate textures, it's the same thing. Here's an analogy for you. I'll give you an analogy, okay? We're going to go into Paint, okay? So, no, we're going to go into GIMP. We're gonna. So I'm a painter, okay? Here's a terrible analogy for you. Okay, so we have the GIMP here, and the GIMP's not very but this guy just spent years on something just to find out nobody. But that's marketing, and you still need marketing. And the other issue with that is effort, like, doesn't mean that the game is good whatsoever. Like putting effort for 3 years working on your game means absolutely nothing. The idea that made your game fun could have been created on paper, right? It could have been created with white box squares, you know what I mean? That can jump around or be simulated in whatever way. You should be able to get to a fun prototype of whatever your game is, and not too long, without going crazy on art or crazy on optimizations or crazy on anything. Like, the finding the fun. But I like this analogy, but here's an analogy of AI for you. So I'm a real painter, and I really paint. Like, I'm not actually a real painter, but so I have a canvas, I have all these paints, I have to go and buy all the paints, right? I have to go buy the paint brushes, I have to do all this work so I can sit down and and create a canvas and create a very compelling art piece, right? So forever, as a painter, I've been able to create cool things like Picasso or Mona Lisa, whatever. I can create cool things, right? All of a sudden, Corel Painter comes along, and now I have a tablet, and now I have unlimited layers. And what I'm able to do, now suddenly is create, like unlimited. I could take all that same, knowledge that I had before when I was just painting, and now I can make absolutely anything with it. I can add layers, I can delete things, I can undo things. But the crazy thing is, what I was painting is still the same. It's the same vision, the same thing. Only instead of like the 2 months of working with oil, I can now sit down and bang it out in, let's say like 2 or 3 days. The crazy thing is though, for the original painter, the computer, or in this case Corel Draw or early Adobe, is a huge risk. What the hell am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like I can't compete with people that are using Painter that can just create unlimited art. It's exactly it's the same analogy, because that same painter now with this new tool can now create their vision faster, and the valuation of the final product is exactly the same. It's open for interpolation because it's a creative process. Like art is not a real thing as far as value. The value is just the pixels, or in the original case, it's just paper with some oil on it. Certain colors would have higher value because they're harder to make. But the value is a perceived value, right? It's a value of the entertainment, the value of how it makes you feel, whatever. I think AI is a whole new layer of this analogy going further. And those that learn to use AI are just going to be able to create their own dreams 100 times faster. And all of the other people that are using it to automate existing visions, there's going to be oversaturation, but it's going to devalue everything. But still, those creative individuals, they're going to be elevated. Right, so the AI takes creative individuals and elevates them because it enables them to achieve their goals that they couldn't accomplish, but it changes everything, and my advice is just to jump on, don't be the painter complaining that digital art is going to take over their job, because it did, and there's still a medium for real art, of course, but it's just going to change, and you have to be a part of that, or like big huge game companies are not going to risk creating anything new anyway, so they're not much of a threat to an indie dev. But I don't know what job I should do. I should probably not a coder, because AI can already replace me. I mean, that's always been the case. We're not writing assembly anymore. We're writing higher level languages that enable us to do more with less code, right? And now we've come to the realization that, hey, we've already rewritten most of the stuff. That's what, like when ChatGPT is making these recommendations to you, that's because someone's already solved it. And if someone's already solved it, it's not doing anything new, right? Like it's, I don't know, but I think look at if game dev is still the industry of choice, learn how to utilize it to make you a better developer, because you still need to learn how to read code. Like most of the stuff's not accurate anyway. You still have to all the fundamentals are still there. The only difference is you're able to kind of do way more in a run of a week than anybody else, and then you can use that extra time for your own creativity. I don't know if that helps, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the future of AI, or what it means to the gaming industry, but I'm glad it exists as a tool, because if I can do the work of 100 people at a studio, then that sure as hell makes me happy. Because I want to get my game done. Yeah, it's like the difference between a welder and a fabricator. The welder puts the parts together as specified by the instructions, but the fabricator has the freedom to approach new stuff in interesting ways. Yeah, become the fabricator. Implement the solution. One of the biggest things I learned as a stubborn kid even when I was doing a lot of PHP, I always wanted to be the person to solve the problem, you know, to make my own version of something, to create a better version of something. But in reality, that doesn't really matter. You just need to implement the better version of something. You don't think AI will be more creative than humans? I don't know, because what we would consider to be creative, I mean, what is AI? You know, it's not, we haven't approached the singularity yet. So AI doesn't have a concept of, of what is, what is creative. So it really can only eternally reiterate human data, right? And it's only humans themselves that perceive that risk, you know? It's not, it's just a machine still, you know? There's no, you know, there's nothing, I still don't think there's anything to fear. Nothing to fear right now. I don't know if that gives you any comfort. Like I said, it's, I just think behind, you know, like a person utilizing AI, I think will accelerate, you know, versus they're not using AI. Hey, Antix, how's it going? How's it going? We're just working on item port stuff. I was showing practical the game, or just where I am with it, but I'm redoing the whole item port system and making my life a living hell pretty much, because this is going to change all my export references, and you know, I don't really care. I think it's necessary evil right now. Export range. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do these from 0 to 1. At an interval of 0.1. And we'll do the same for the roughness. Mm-hmm. What did I want to give this? What's black? 22U. I haven't turned music.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engines running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
What I would like to, would you like to try, what's that? Sandbox? It's Gary's mod successor from Face Punch, running on Source 2 engine, except they have like a full-blown game tools that Face Punch made from scratch. They don't just do basic Lua coding. I'm not sure. I don't think I have time to really play with any other engines. The schedule is already pretty filled. Well, Google AI learned that Strauss 7-step formula from matrix multiplication in a few hours. It has now surpassed them and given us faster formula. Yeah. Mathematically optimizing something is very good. Like, it's definitely something AI is going to be very good at. I'd say it'd probably be really good at. Isn't C# and the code should be retranslatable? Like stuff you have an export that exists there. Yeah, I just have no reason to learn another engine right now. And component. Component. They're currently giving out keys every week. You can give yours to others, like it's like development preview. Isn't it like Source 2 technically not open source at all to be used? Like, don't you have to pay to use Source 2? If component snap points contains a snap point, we're good. These I do want to keep. Alright, let me fix up. Oh, it still keeps the references. Oh, because they're the same name. Maybe I'm fine. Bill's Cube. Ship component stats, medium. FaceMunch has license because the Gmod ran on Source and was a success. They first tried Unity, then Unreal, and eventually they went back home to Valve. I think one reason they did it is because Unity has new rules. Oh yeah. Do you think there'll be more streaming? Absolutely. Yeah. So I get off work on. I have a goal. I have a goal to reach for the. But without doxing myself. Let me, all right. So we have 1, 2, 3. Four weeks? Or is it 5? Let me just confirm. So 16th, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6 weeks to get to a fully playable state, right? So we have 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, I'm off for 2 months. So we have 2 months to work on the game full time and prepare the game to be pretty much fully playable in kind of the way it was in Unity. Like all the gameplay mechanics are the pillars, so the cargo, salvage, mining, right? So what I want to do in, my plan, because, I can kind of tell from when I was working on it for the 2 weeks full time, is right now we are at, 120 with 13 members, and I'm continuously pushing builds. What I want to do is over the next, 6 to 8 weeks, start delivering on some of the original, Patreon promises, get the build playable, get some of the IK systems, and get, this one, right, the original subscriber tier working, because I think people would appreciate it, like being back to where we were in Unity. So that's focus, right? Just players can have one of those stations, right, in the test world of the original, scene, and I will feel much more comfortable knowing that we're officially then, back into the Unity land, for the player. So I want to get that done, once all the item ports are working, all the combat, like this will happen very soon. I can start actually integrating all the systems together, and it should come together very quickly. Like AI works on its own. The advanced AI can shoot you, right? You can be killed, right? This will happen very quickly. That we'll be able to. Am I returning to Unity? Why would I ever return to Unity? No, just the game will be at the same level it was in Unity. Right? Like it'll be the same build you were playing when we were in Unity. Right? Because porting everything over to Godot was a little bit of a regression. Right? And, so we need to be back. Right? And then I'm going to spend most of the summer filling in more of the universe. Yeah. Right? When are you porting this to Unreal? It's not happening. I think Godot is absolutely more than capable. Right? So I want to get the NPCs doing their locomotion on their own. I want to make it so we actually can sneak past NPCs and be alerted. I want to bring in some of their behaviors. And I want to start putting together the original stations again. So that's the summer work. So over the summer, I'm going to be just working on art and working on assets, and these gameplay features will be pretty much, working at that point. And I want to make it so when we, hey Steve, when we actually die, we get killed, we actually go to the medical, facility. So that's kind of, this station will be great for a while. While this will be our test bed for the summer, right? Where I'm going to kind of start off with the clinic. I'm going to get the clinic kind of fleshed out, doing the role of an actual, medical area. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, we're not porting anyone. We're not porting the scratch. But I'm going to redo this medical facilities. We can actually wake up in a room here and get all healed up and kind of jump back into the action. That's the whole point of this whole station. This whole station is meant to be like a little bit of everything. Like I'm going to have the security, this security room where you go get your security contracts will be twice as big, and it'll have a few jail cells, right? So you kind of get the idea of like why it looks this way, why it has all these empty little stores. Why we have a furniture store. Like it has all of the little nodes that we need for the NPCs, right? The NPCs can go and they can get food, they can go get something to drink, they go to the bar, we can I can work with this station and make everything like be testable. That's the idea, right? I want to get the NPCs actually going out, spawning in their own ship, and then, heading off, landing, right? Because I've showed all this stuff before in Unity and in an isolated test, but we need to see it all together now, right? Do you plan on landing on planets? Yep. Yeah, we're still doing landings. They're not going to be too complicated from the very beginning. They're just going to be a water planet, a gas planet, and a sand planet in the early stages of things. And most of it will just be for asset testing, but for the time being, for the summer, because my goal for the summer is to try to get Patreon up to 800, and that might be a bit of a stretch, but that's what I need to have happen. I need to go full-time, or part-time on the game, because I know it'll accelerate things, and it's not a crazy amount, right? It's either $80, $10 Patreons, or 40, $20 Patreons, or whatever the case may be. That's gonna be my goal of the summer, is proving through every single patch, that we can get this thing to a fun level. But everything is just whatever I'm saying right now, right? Like the proof is just in the pudding of me making it, right? So that's, but I want to build up pillars. So I want to have a mining pillar, a trading pillar, like a pillar of gameplay, like can we buy random cargo? Can we put it on the ship? Can we sell it? Are we making money, right? As the player is able to make currency, and has something that they can spend, and there's an upgrade path, then I know that I'm headed in the right direction, right? And the greatest thing is we have direct feedback always, with our players to be like, try out this build. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? How did the ship feel, right? I want to go part-time, right? Because I want to go part-time at work, and I've been there so many times, so close to reaching that target, right? But if I can build up momentum over the summer, there's obviously going to be an understanding that once I go back to work, the momentum will die off a bit, and the amount that I can push, like everything that I did over Christmas break, it will slow down, and I'd love to be able to not slow down that momentum, because I already found a sound designer, which I'd like to be able to pay, as well, like a little bit of money. Like every Patreon month, I can get like a few more sound effects done. Like I can kind of start fleshing out things quicker than I could on my own. But amazing work. Thank you, Fat Bear. But here's the idea, right? Is I'm working on this over the summer, and we're filling out the art, and we're filling out, like I'm actually going to be filling out what we see, right? So I'm going to be putting in new floors. Oh my God, it's so cliche to what I've been working on. Detailing what we see around us on this one station, because all we're going to have is variations of these things, hundreds of them, you know what I mean, that are going to be spawning in depending on where you are in space, because we're full 64-bit. So as we fly around, these will load in and stream in, and your NPCs, they'll become active if they're not loaded on your client, right? I want to kind of create just the perfect test bed, and then what do we do with that? We start building a Kickstarter campaign, but we start building a Kickstarter campaign not on what is being promised, but what exists and what could be extended. So it's not like, oh, this is this stupid game idea that I have that we're making. No, it'll be like, bitch, this is Unforgiven space. This is what it does, and with this amount of money, we can expand it into whatever Y, right? X money equals Y output, and then it becomes, actual work, where you're actually able to create, the assets that you need. What about early access? Well, like I said, you have the Patreon. You gain access to the build at the $5 tier. So there's a point that I hope we just have so many Patreons. Like, I'm building a multiplayer game. I don't know if that gives me any validity. But, Road to Bostic right now is making, you know, $3,700 a month to make a single player game. You know what I mean? I could just, you know, if I was at half of that, at a stupid level, you know what I mean? I would be full-time working on this game. If I was at that level, I'd have 2 more people working for me. But like, you know, at least all you're getting here is updates. At least on the Patreon, you're gaining access to the build. Right, so you can actually jump into the game in its terrible state. It's not even early access. It's just, right, I don't want to, I want people that are on the Patreon to be there because they're wanting to actually make the game. Are Godot pitching in on Bostic? I don't know. I don't think so. I think they just did a lot of really good YouTube videos, you know, when they migrated over from Unity, and you know, and it's obviously working for them. So maybe, you know, after the summer, when we have a lot more to show, we can gain more momentum and bring more people in and start building up a community around the game that's able to play the game, you know. That's my hope. And you know, and hopefully it works, because I think like that's the best way, because then we have players actively, you know, it's like Star Citizen, but you're a subscriber, you know, and I don't even like, I hate their subscriber program, but at least, you know, you're being a part of the development, not just from a you know, a voice perspective. You know, you're like, you know, we can quickly be like, is this fun? Because what's fun for me might not be fun for other people, but we can easily get to that point. The Godot community is pitching Bostak, but nothing really official. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't use anything for a graphics paint program. For 3D, I use Substance Painter. But I don't do any 2D. Okay, so I need to we need to take all the gray boxes and make an actual resource. And see if we can get these all actually snapping together again. But it, you know, it would be cool, man. Bostak is just a good project to point people when it comes to that doesn't know anything about Godot. Oh, it says that it can't do 3D. I'm trying to get opinions on Photopea, but it's like nobody uses it. I use PaintShop Pro 2023. I own PaintShop Pro 2020 Ultimate. Do you think that you can use it? I'm not sure. I don't really think. Well, you know, I won't be doing any of my own 2D art, or I don't plan on, because I just suck at 2D, and sometimes you gotta, you know, sometimes if you're really bad at something, you just gotta be like, you know, admit it for what it is. Your scoop, your box. Paint Shop Pro, I remember it from the 90s. It was great back then. So I just have to do a prettier shooter than Vostok? Yeah, pretty much. Newest one uses some AI, but it's still light. What's Photo P? Yeah, I'd love to be able to kind of figure out how to do some like illustrations and stuff. Use it for wall art. Shoot. Component resource. Take fuel intake. Gray box. Grab this ID. Plant gray box. Grab the ID from it. Yeah, I just suck at doing 2D. I want to make like beer labels. I have so much stuff, man, that I would love to be able to create. Like, I would be better off, this is how bad I am, making it in Blender and just rendering it out in 2D. Like, coolers. Why is it facing the wrong way? Oh, because we want it facing that way. Oh, because we're in local view? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. What's that? So I decided to make a crappy Minecraft clone, created a new project, thought about it, then closed Godot. Man, like voxel systems are much more complicated than you may think. I'm not saying don't do it. I don't know what will be any different about it. I was maybe thinking like a side project, but it ran out of steam on my main. Can be. I'm writing a voxel world in Godot. Hell yeah. Okay, so these are all of our component data types. Was there any good voxel game except Minecraft? I don't know. I don't see the point. Space Engineers is kind of is voxel oriented for its digging and damage and stuff like that. Oh, let's ship weapon store. Maybe yeah, let's add them all in the ship component. Alright, it's a power plant. Fuel intake. We're just gonna do 1,000 of each for inventory defaults. Power plant, intake, fuel scoop. Shell generator. There have been a few, but it's hard to compete with the 9,000 pounds gorilla that's Minecraft. We just need a little tow that gorilla. And for the economy system to spawn that. Power plant, fuel intake, fuel scoop. Fueling. Add them to our asset database so we can exclude things from the project. Temporarily. Alright, so we should be able to spawn anything and put it on the ship. Power plant. Oh no. It's not excluding itself from its list of snap points. Oh, okay. Yeah. Power plant. Yeah, it needs to have its snap points defined. If it has child snap points. Same thing with the fuel intake. See, I thought it automatically did that, but nope. Because they ignore their own. They can't connect to themselves. Oh, I can't wait to get a lot of this stuff working. I mean, it was working earlier today when I was testing it, but then I decided to clean up. Because that's the issue, you know? You get it working, and you have to spend the same amount of time cleaning up your code, because that's what you should be doing, wink wink. Get it working, and then clean it up. Power plant. Okay, it's not snapping to itself. And the power plant should go in the middle. Now the only thing, now that I finally have the cooler snap points mounted, I think the cooler snap points are like very close to where the power plant is. And I think our measurements might be based upon the closest one to the player. Which actually is a bug. But we'll fix it. We need a fuel intake. There we go. Let's grab an intake. Thanks for the follow, Ghost Niger. That. Now, we are being blocked by the shield for interaction. We need to make sure while we're in the test project that the player or the interactor is ignoring the shield layer, which it is. Is there a mesh array thing in making a surface that's discouraging? Have you watched the video, Red Tango, about the 12,000 FPS optimization for the guy's mesh game? That's the crazy thing, like everything is voxels in data, but it's not voxels in mesh. And if you're gonna have all these planes, you might as well merge them all into one, you know, but then it's like, there's crazy greedy optimizations you can do the mesh that are, like, so, well, they're over my pay grade. This raycast should not be being ignored by the shields. And I don't think shields that we're going to confirm. The shield should only be on 9. So we should be passing. Good luck with the game. Looks promising. Thanks, Ghost Magic. And if you guys are interested, definitely, check out the Discord. And of course, links to the Patreon for those that are interested. Get in and tell me how shit the build is. Get in and tell. Yeah, so this is not this collider. And I don't think the hull has a collider. There might be a main one on the body itself. It could be blocking us. This is the main collision shape. But that one wouldn't be... Yeah, because the ship itself, we shouldn't be able to track their... Well, we track their ships, but we need to be able to turn it off the collision layer when we're actually dealing with the components. I think I saw one greedy voxel video, but I don't know if you can use like a tile set texture over it. When I saw it was like a single color. Yeah, it kind of depends on how the UVs are set up. Like if it's like a triplanar UV system or something, then you'd probably always have tiling kind of work, but then, I don't know how accurate, Yeah, because the main body's collisions. Around 1, what? I mean, I want to keep the player in place. Yeah, we should be raycasting through that. Let me move this over so we can. I can't wait to do planet text stuff. Okay, so that collider underneath is really only for the player. Yeah, I don't know if I care the main primary shape of the ship can interact with the player. It should really be more of a body shape, which is only in the concern of other shape objects or the stations themselves, other space objects, and of course the station. But then I still do need 4 colliders in the ship for limiting the player, but let me just kill that main shape. We're gonna fall through the floor, but that's fine. I'll put a static body in for the Yeah, pretty similar to hook. Why was that so high? Just missing a cooler. Oh, I never added the fuel points. Okay, all components. Cool. Hey, official Unreal vibes. This is it. We're working on the component system, getting all the components serialized and saved to a local resource. Yeah, so I gotta get the min function working better. And we had to do our subcomponents. And this is all from that link expression being weird. But I can fix it. Not so much the mesh array, but really more like world generation. That stuff is black magic. Isn't it fun though? Yeah, that's the issue, is I need to recursively spawn components to the snap points. I'll probably like start with a grid map system at first, work on some mechanics, then tackle rendering and generation. Yeah, like just get it working in like a basic level. Yeah, we have to check and see if the snap point is already in the mapping. Yeah, if we're gonna do it recursively, we'd have to keep the map. We'd have to pass the mapping. Instead of the component ID, pass the map itself. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna get ready and raid out. Give it a break. I'll get this finished tomorrow. It is working, but I need to get the nesting working. Temporarily, I could also not nest the components. I know that visually doesn't make sense. It is nice for them to actually work as intended, but I could just have fuel. Like I could have like a mount come down. It kind of holds them in place independently. You know, so they're not really nested. But I do need nesting to work for other features of the game that'll come, you know, later on. Because there is only like 3 levels of nested components. But I think I'm going to change this spawn components main method, which already has our mapping. And do it by spawn component by mapping, which will have the value and the key, and then this can kind of okay. Have a good one. My dinner's almost done too. Hell yeah. Yeah, it'll be cool. As long as I get this build, as long as this build is done by Sunday, like if by Sunday, you know, players can make their ship, put the weapons on it, save it, load it up, you know, like I'm doing. That's all that really matters. That's what I want to get in the build. You know, and it does do that. I'm going to confirm before I raid out. So. You're right, but it's just the, you know, right now, like, we're not really using the power plant stats or anything like that. We're just using the weapons. The weapons are, like, right now, like, key to the build. Right, so out of all the ships, they should still work. So we should be able to spot in this one. So this is a mixed. Yep, and it works. Despawn it. Spawn in the mining laser version, which works. And this one has a whole bunch of the parts that we put on ourselves. We'll despawn it. It'll be a lot nicer too in the other build. So store this one. Spawn the all mining ship version. And what's great is like these are running the standard attach features, so they should right? It's working. I can't wait to crack rocks, man. I can't wait to get the features together to be able to like go into the asteroid field that I showed you and actually start cracking rocks in half and scooping them up. Oh yeah, we gotta do the oh yeah, I forgot about that. Medium tractor beam. Medium tractor beam. Needs to be a thing. Temporary. It's not going to be physically hooked up to anything. It's just going to fill up a volume in the ship. Yeah, we'll do an ore. Raw ore canister. Which will be a 2x2 by 4. Which will, for now, autofill and factory. So the goal is just to get the standard mining ship with, you know, one cutter and one fractor. And that's enough to test the gameplay. Yeah, we can work on that tomorrow. And either way, enough of this is, you know, enough of this can go live, so. Good go. Hey, Mr. Ray Ray. Crash Panda. Let's go to Mr. Ray Ray. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Also, my ship is so shiny. Whoa! Hey, it's a raid by Rapier. Thanks for the raid, Rapier. What a nice guy. I'm inside a sun right now, and I can't escape its gravitational pull. So that's why I'm all shiny.